Ready?
They'll start on the ground with Pierce.
And not the start he was hoping for there, so maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
Let's go now.
Here's Stroud. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
In today's football, receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage. When you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Pierce will try to pick it up.
And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
On now is Ty Zentner to punt.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Wow, what a gutsy call. If you're the defense, opening drive, you just got the stop, or at least you think, and then boom, right back on the field for more.
It had to feel of something that they had planned for all week long. Hey, first drive of the game, let's be aggressive, let's go get them. And now defensively, they've got to be writing notes to themselves. In practice, working.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
Samson Abuka. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Pierce now up the middle.
And he goes across the 20 to the 22.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though.
A shotgun snap to Stroud.
And that will be incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
So on 4th down, on comes Ty Zentner to punt for Houston. Back deep to return is K.J. Hamler.
Fielded at the 33. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Now, these two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, week 8 to be exact. And it was the visiting Colts who won that first matchup. So they'll look for the season sweep here back home in Indy. Here's 2nd and 10.
Warriors 70. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Now Richardson.
Airing it out deep for Woods.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to get the football back at their own 17.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. Second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Stroud to throw it. Oh, and that is incomplete. He's trying to get that to Brevin Jordan.
And now it's 2nd down.
You look at this Colt defense.
Against the pass, they're hoping to trend to the opposite direction, because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Stroud off the play fake.
And he will find his man on the outside. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to lead the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
A run for Pierce out of the gun.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Stroud out of the gun here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 37. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
On 1st down, here's Stroud. Repeated the last play, going to Mechie here.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route.
Play action. Stroud now.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
And their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Running it out of the gun with Pierce.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Stroud on 3rd down now.
is incomplete.
Coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
And his kick is good. And it's now 3-0 Texans.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Second down and 6 now from the 26. There, Richardson back to throw it.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. He was out there waving his arm saying, throw it here, dropped it. Not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
But we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
That's taken in by Duvernay.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Off play action, Richardson. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor.
And he'll go down at the 28. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with second and a couple.
The Colts at 6-10 on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
On second down, it's Taylor.
Pushing through the contact. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Ready.
First and 10, it's Richardson. That's complete to his running back, Taylor.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Second and 5.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Richardson looking to throw this.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. This one from 35 yards away. And Gay knocks this one through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Stroud working out of the gun.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Here is third down and 4. Stroud now to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, the other day they told us when we got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Returning it, here's Hamler.
7 yards on the return after a punt of 39.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Richardson out of the shotgun. Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big pickup of 38.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield. A combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Ready.
1st and 10. Here's Richardson with it. Open man, Hamler. That's complete.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
From the 31, here comes 2nd and a yard. Play action. Now Richardson. And that's going to be incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
They tried to throw on 2nd down. Unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Richardson looking to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. Gay's kick is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. So we're trading first half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race, and they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Colts. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Come on, come on. Hey.
Play action. Here's Stroud. Eluding the pressure right.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Pierce takes it straight ahead.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
Gotta be lying.
Now Stroud. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6.
So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within one score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance, so that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
No, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Taken in, and they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. A first down there on a pickup at 25.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there, because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Dragon 60. Buffalo 18.
2nd down, here's Richardson.
He gets this into the hands of Taylor. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and now it's 3rd and 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Come 19! Come 19!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Going to Woods, but that pass is intercepted. And the Texans will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
Half the 60! Half the 60! Warrior 70!
Stroud now on 1st and 10.
And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 28 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line.
Stroud sets up the play action.
Going to throw deep for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted.
And the Colts are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Here we go! Here we go! 19 tight! 19!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
He'll go up top here for Hamler.
And some room to run now.
Across midfield.
And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
Stroud completes this out wide.
And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
That open man that time, but he didn't put a little too much heat on it, don't you think, Thornton?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
60 Eagles! 60 Eagles! 60 Bobcats! 60 Bobcats!
Stroud to the air on 1st and 10.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 3. The throwing again is Stroud. And this one incomplete. I couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will actually break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Texans first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Davis. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
He already came through on this drive. No surprise, but they were hoping he could do it again.
They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on third down.
A shotgun snap to Stroud.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And this one is right through. And that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray.
And they take possession of the football and have it at their 36-yard line. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
2nd and 10. Give to Pierce. And the follower's blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 46 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. First down, they go right back to Pierce.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
19 Tiger.
Now they bring the tight end in motion right.
Stroud to throw it. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Colts will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Now Will Anderson gets to him for the tackle.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
To the right side, complete to Taylor. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with this 4-point fourth quarter lead. The Colts on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Now it's Richardson.
That is caught. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, here's Richardson.
Flush to his right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. The Colts send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 17.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Texans will take over. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 63 yards.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Stroud looking to throw. On a huge mistake late. It's intercepted. Picked up by Juju Brents. And the Colts are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Now listen, it's a team game, we know that, but where would these guys be right now without their defense? So they take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again, but on offense they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right. You just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
They run once more with Taylor.
Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. A give for Taylor running right side.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he's going to be met at about the 43.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Running left, Taylor. Shifts by him. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory.
Well, Charles, when you look at the stat sheet, ultimately one thing sticks out like a sore thumb. One side lost this game because they turned the ball over 4 times, and that was just too much for them to overcome.
And that number might as well be in neon, because you're exactly right. It just jumps up from the stat sheet. Your eyes go right to it. And with that many turnovers, they really...